The new jobs creation figure came out today, and well, two new pieces of information came out, which are very surprising. I told you last month, at about this time last month, that there were only 96,000 jobs created, new jobs created in the month of August. Today, I found out that that number was low, and there were in fact 142,000 jobs created in August. So things were actually better than were reported. I just got that information about a half hour ago, and I haven't had time to understand why were the new jobs created understated by 46,000. Why were new jobs created in August understated by 46,000? That's a lot of jobs. Okay, so 142,000 jobs created in August. The not surprising news today was that there were 114,000 new jobs created in September. So in fact, there were less new jobs created in September than in August. Not moving in the right direction. Let's put those numbers in perspective. I'll do it for you this way. If you add August and September together, you get 256,000 new jobs were created in 2 months, 1/6 of the year. 3 years ago, the Kauffman Foundation in Kansas City, the Entrepreneurship Foundation, did a study, and their research revealed back 3 years ago that if our economy was going to get back to some sense of normalcy, we needed to create 300,000 new jobs every month. So, if you look at the last 2 months together, we are not only did they say 300,000 jobs a month, but we had to do that for 36 consecutive months, or 3 years, to get back to where we were 4 years ago, 5 years ago, before layoffs and unemployment became a disaster in this country. So in the last 2 months, 256,000 new jobs still falls 44,000 jobs less than what we need for 1 month. So it's good that new jobs are being created. It's a great thing. It's not so great if you are looking for a job. And many, many folks are looking for a job. Another figure came out, and then we're going to see the spin on this figure. We're going to see it spun so many different ways in light of the heated debate that we saw 2 nights ago between our president and a gentleman who wants his job. The unemployment rate actually fell to 7.8%. Of course, the administration is calling this the lowest since President Obama's first month in office. Well, I was reading something else in this press release. By the way, this information just came out at 8:37 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. unemployment rate dropped, but unfortunately, folks, either the benefits have run out or they've stopped looking. Now, I hate to paint such a dismal picture, but you've heard me say it many, many times before. Yes, the current job situation in this country is dismal, but you can do something major if you don't have a job. Create a job. Create a job for yourself. And what does that mean? That means to start a business. It doesn't have to be with grandiose plans. Take what instead of doing nothing and looking for a job, take that time and create a job. Take control of your own destiny. It doesn't have to be a grandiose kind of plan to start a job. Of all the new businesses that I've started personally in the last 40 years, there was only one time that I started a business with a grandiose plan. Why did I have to have a grandiose plan? Because to accomplish the business objective, and the business objective was to publish a magazine that had never before been published. So I was starting from scratch to publish a new magazine. Not only was it going to be a new magazine, it was going to be a 4-color magazine. It was going to be a magazine that told stories, articles that were never told before in the community where I lived. This is up in northeastern Ohio, where I am from, in a county. One of the 88 counties in Ohio is called Stark County, S-T-A-R-K, and I decided to call my magazine Now, N-O-W, in Stark County. Funny little side story to picking that name. I wanted Now because the word now is dynamic. It's an action word. It's a word that has meaning. We understand when we say we want it now. About a month or two after I started the magazine, I got a letter from, I don't even know if the organization still exists. I probably should Google it and see. But there was an organization called the National Organization for Women, N-O-W, National Organization for Women or Now, and they took great offense with the name of my magazine, where I wasn't thinking about the National Organization of Women. I was using the word now because it's an action word. We want it done now. Okay. Start your business, and it doesn't need to be a big plan unless you have big ideas with specific big goals and objectives that maybe you don't have enough money in your personal savings to invest in that big idea. Then you need to go outside of your personal savings to look for money to start your business. Then you need to create a very detailed plan if you're going to ask somebody else to invest in your business. Because when other people invest their money in you, they want to know that that money is going to be put to the best use, number one. Number two, they want to make sure that they're going to get a return on their investment, however you define whatever that return might be. It might be their money plus some interest. It might be an equity position in your company, an ownership position in your company. Whatever you determine, whatever the parties determine what it's going to be. and they also want to know or have a good feeling that it's going to happen on a timely basis and isn't going to take 10 years to do, but in fact can be done in 12 months or 15 months or 2 years, whatever your plan is. That's when you need a detailed business plan. Business plans scare a lot of business owners. And quite honestly, I waited way too long in my life to write my first business plan. I wrote a formal business plan for the first time about 5 years ago. So I operated 35 years without a written plan, a detailed written plan. I wrote the plan for several reasons. Number one, just to go through the exercise, so I could see exactly what it took to put a meaningful, significant business plan together. I purchased some software. At that time, I paid $99 for what was considered to be the best software for writing a business plan, a company called Palo Alto Software, California. Business Plan Pro was the name of the software. They still publish that software today. I don't know what it costs today, but I've been sent emails if I wanted to upgrade my Business Plan Pro. Well, I went through the exercise, number one, because I wanted to see what it was all about. I wanted to do that at least once in my lifetime. Number two, it was a huge learning experience for me. I learned some things about myself. I learned some things generally about business that I had never stopped to think about until I sat down, focused totally on writing that plan. In the past, basically, I've written my ideas down, and I write them down. I set goals. I might put them up on the wall or the bulletin board somewhere near me, so that I can always refer to those goals. But it was never a big master plan of mine to write that business plan. And it was a mistake, quite honestly, because I didn't start to do bigger things in life until I sat down and I wrote that plan. If you just want to get some ideas without making a big investment on what needs to be in a business plan, go to SBA.gov, SBA.gov. It stands for the Small Business Administration. There are over 4,000 pages of information on that website. So if you go to their search engine and you search for business plan, you will get as much information as you need to get you thinking along the lines of a business plan. That's a good place to start. It's a good place to start because you'll think of all those things that you need to do to start your business. But it doesn't need to be a grandiose plan. We have shown conclusive, I've shown it to myself, now I'm going to show it to you, share it with you. You can start a business with a very optimized, very Googleized landing page in our community. We have worked 3 years to develop the optimization of that landing page, looking and searching for all the best practices that we possibly will. And it changes. When we find something new that we're not doing, we create it. We test it to see if it works. It works for us. So if you want to see a very Googleized, very optimized landing page in our community to start to model yourself after, go to davidsbarger.com/smallbizdavid. It is my page. It is the very first page that was ever created in our community. And it's where we test everything new This is my landing page. Oh, I was wondering, where's the media player? Here's the banner. Here's my branded logo, if you will. My logo is my avatar. You see it all over the internet. That's the branding. That's the message that I want to send. That's Small Biz David. Here's my YouTube media player. We make it very easy for you to do a YouTube and to install it on your own landing page. Here's what I'm trying to sell personally. That's a product and a service. It's a combination. There's productization involved in that. There's also service. That's what I am selling. So you would take that space. If you're following my model, you can change the model. We know this works. And put your own branding, your own product or service in that area. The space underneath there, as you've heard me talk a lot about, a community marketing profile. That is my profile. It actually needs updating. You will notice my use of keywords, small business keywords. Why? Because when we when we look for traffic from the internet at large, we use keywords. That's what will bring people to our page when they are looking for the keywords that best describe what we do, how we do it, etc. You can get an idea for how you can use keywords for yourself. You can get a complete list of keywords, small business keywords, in my book. When you go to my landing page, you can download a copy of my book, no expense. How do you answer these 749 questions about your small business? I wrote that book 4 years ago. 749 questions generated about 1,000 small business keywords. All of those words are listed in the back of the book. I call the index keyword index. And not only when you go to that index do you find the keyword alphabetized, but there's a number to the right of that keyword, and that is the question number in the book. All the questions are numbered 1 through 749. So you're not referred back to a page in the book, you're referred back to a specific question. Now, of the 749 questions, not all of them are going to be important to everybody. Many, many of them are. Particularly when you're starting a business, it's a great idea to look at those questions and then determine for yourself which ones are most important for you. So we have about 1,000 small business keywords in the book. We've created another probably 1,000 keywords in all the YouTubes that we do. Every YouTube, when we post it on YouTube, has a title of what the YouTube is about, has a description of that YouTube, and a third field of information that Google YouTube asks for is tags. Those tags are key words. A tag in YouTube equates to a small business keyword in our community. That's where you get it. So my thought is, start your business, start it very simply, see if you have a good idea. We'll show you ways to test if you have a good idea. You can take your landing page and you can very easily send it with share buttons that we have. You can share it with your Facebook friends. You can share it with your LinkedIn friends, contacts, your Twitter friends, your Google Plus contacts. We make it very simple for you to share the information on your landing page with other communities. And to end this part of the discussion, from now until the end of the year, for all the landing pages that are created between now and the end of the year, to the 24 pages that generate the most cash flow for you, because it's your landing page, to the 24 pages that landing pages that generate the most cash flow, we will give 2013 subscriptions, managed, optimized bandwidth subscriptions to those 24 pages. First, second, and third. First place gets a 400-day subscription, value $1,599. Second place gets a 200-day subscription, value $999. Third place gets a 100-day subscription, value $599. 24 people will win subscriptions for 2013. If you want more information about that, go to davidsbarter.com/entrepreneurs. We're going to end this segment, and we'll begin with another. Our next segment is going to be about content marketing. What marketing needs to be today. It's about content. We believe not only content, dynamic content, but video content.